Welcome back everyone, this is DragonInWhite here, back with another episode of Assassin's Creed. This time this is episode 8. As you can tell from the screen, this is exactly where I left off from the last time, since I had not finished my story exactly. So I decided to just record one more episode immediately after finishing that, so as to finish what I have over there in my story, and maybe we can look at discussing other topics, especially when I'm going through all the more grindy searching for viewpoints and stuff. So before I continue on, just my usual shameless plugs. Firstly, I have a merch store up, and if you would like to support me and what I do take a look at the merch store and consider buying some of the things in there. Secondly, as we all know, and especially the story I've been telling, is that I'm the translator of Immortal and Martial Dual Cultivation. So this is a free to read novel on Gravity Tales. The links to the merch store as well as the novel are both found in the description below, and so is my Patreon. My Patreon is for people to obtain early access chapters for my novel. Early access being chapters that are not available to public yet. However, if you wish to support me financially, you may do so through this Patreon as well. This Patreon is shared between me, my editor, and a tag which I pay to help maintain certain things, more in particular my advanced chapter system. Other than that, my merch store goes to me, since that is a branding under my own name, and YouTube is pretty much something that I do just on me without aid from any of them. This is just a solo project here. Okay, I'm gonna get the audio up here. There we go, and we can go back to full screen on this. Okay, and there we can begin. So as I was saying the last time, actually, you know what? Let me just deal with this eavesdropping first.
Have any money? But I need money, sir. I'm sick and hungry. The family's sick and dying. For a few coins. A few coins, all I ask for. But a few.
Where exactly is my eavesdropping target?
Please, sir, have any money? Sir, I need the money. I mean, just a little money. I beg of you. A few coins.
There we
You
go.
hear about Elaine?
The archer who guards the eastern wing?
Poor bastard's brother caught an arrow in the throat. Doubt he'll last the night.
How can he continue to work knowing what's to come?
He visits his brother often, so I cover for him when I can.
You aren't there now.
No. I've family business of my own to attend to.
Then he'd best hope the doctor doesn't learn of his desertion.
He won't. Long as you stay silent.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Okay. Some guards are absent. Oh, so that's the white bar that I obtained. Okay, so I think I understand now. So if I were to look at my memory logs here, and go back to the one before in memory block 2. Oh, it doesn't show me this. Access memories. But yeah, the black beads which previously, that means I have actually missed stuff out previously. Alright, so that means I probably gotta go back at some point of time to go and search for them. Okay, on top of that, let's see. I don't need scholars, I need viewpoints. So,
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
when I started Immortal and Martial Dual Cultivation, so that took me a while. Basically the rule back then is if you want to start a new novel, you gotta translate 50 chapters before you can make a start. Basically have a stockpile of 50 chapters back then. Wasn't really that easy, especially since I was a student in my 5th year, and my 6th year was my internship year. So 5th year in a sense was kind of like my final theory year. Although I would say the internship was much more busier than my theory years. Of course, while I say theory, we still have observation periods in the hospital as well. So it wasn't just pure theory, but there were practical bits as well. I worked hard on it, and since I had to earn a living, since I had to earn a living as well, this city doesn't look as nice as the previous one. Oops, wrong button. I couldn't really focus too much on my own novel, as I had to earn some money from AFT. However, somehow I managed to push on and work out and translate about, I would say, 40 perhaps 40 to 50 chapters a month, of which I kept up 30 chapters a month for AST to basically earn enough for my upkeep and a bit of extras so that I can for moving expenses when I finally go back to Singapore.
I need money, sir. I'm poor and hungry.
Yes. Ooh, why are there guards on top there? Okay, interesting.
I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Please sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Go away, peasant.
Okay. So, oh, do I have to kill this fella here? I hope not. Don't worry about it. Okay, go up. You see nothing. Did not see anything. Yeah, so I worked hard, and after 1 or 2 months, about 2 months actually, I finally got my 50 stockpile needed, and that's where I started launching. And it was also around that time where what is this? I gotta try this.
Altair! He's after me! He saw me! He will kill me! And my wife and children! What a mess! Have you come to end my misery? No. Al-Mualim has more compassion than I thought. Could you help me then? A knight of the Hospitalier is after me. If you could eliminate him, you would do a fellow a real honor. I've been here in Akkar since the Crusaders were laying siege. I can give you important information in return. It is still unsafe for me to walk in the streets of Akka. Come back to me when you have finished.
Wait, am I even capable of stealth assassinating yet? Okay, let's just give this a try anyway. Yes. So at that point of time, that was where the conflicts which I mentioned. Oh, that guy doesn't look easy. Whoa, how much armor does he have? Okay, there we go. Walk away. On. Okay, I think I should just walk slowly this time. Yeah, so we ended up delaying my release for a bit, and it was also at this point of time where news of getting licensing became available. So for many months back then, GGP actually worked on getting licensing with the various companies, and it so happened that the publishing company that I took the novel from, Zhonghen, was quite open to this as well. Did I walk past? Okay, no. Where's my target? Okay. Where is my target? On the other side, on the roof? I see, so that's my target.
Je veux savoir. So we've a murderer nearby.
Okay, I think I should stay away from that bit first. Yes, so at that point of time I figured it was a good time to release my novel to signify that Gravity Tales was going fine. Back then there were rumors that Gravity Tales would be shutting down. Why does it feel like it's impossible to get him?
Assassin! Kill him! I'll have your head!
I don't think I can do this.
Stop him! Get away from him! Man is a murderer! Killed someone! I saw him do it! Yeah!
Let him run. What's his safety season? Yes, I should do that.
Die! He... Ooh.
No, you can't me. I've done nothing.
Okay, it's a lot of them.
He thinks he can beat us. Fool!
There was a bit of a lag of some sort. Okay, I figured that some aggression is actually required.
They did not say what they wanted from me, but I saw the darkness in their eyes. I'm sorry, I have nothing to offer in return for your sacrifice, but I shall see to it that my brothers know you are a friend.
Right, thank you. I got a feeling maybe I get the assassination skill after I speak to him. But meanwhile, more viewpoints. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm going through all this grind, but I feel that all this is really something I really want to do, and might not be enjoyable content. And hopefully I hope you find my monologue or my rant somewhat interesting. Kind of my life story, and for the next episode I'll definitely think of something else to tell you guys about. Hopefully you'll find it all interesting. Okay, wow. That looks like a church of some sort. Oh, oof.
You say he turns away from your suffering, but this is unfair, untrue.
Okay, I can climb up. Yes, so before I gotten my licensing, I already released, but by the time after 1 or 2 months after I obtained licensing for my novel, after I started releasing, I actually GGP managed to obtain licensing from the novel, and things went very smoothly over there. And that's how I became the, well, pretty much the official translator of Immortal and Martial Dual Cultivation. Yep. So at that point of time, I was still going through my internship in China. In fact, I was somewhere midway through my internship with a few more months left. Ooh, interrogate. This is interesting.
People of Acre, listen well. Garnier de the Blues is a good man. He means only to help. He's sworn an oath to serve and save. A promise he won't betray. Soon, my friends, soon the good doctor will attend to your needs. Be patient. Hold hope close. There are many in need of aid, and only one of him. He works tirelessly to serve and save, but these things take time.
Okay. Follow him to a place.
Stop that.
Did you not see me here?
Yes, yes. Yep. So it was after I started translating. Every few months, it feels like something new, some new problem came up. Then there was a whole news about how one of the publishers caught wind that there's money in Wolf, and they wanted a slice of the pie.
Coins, all I ask. But a few coins.
This is irritating.
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
No, get out of my way.
I need food. I'm so hungry. I beg of you.
Yep. So in any case, everything worked out, and now I'm translating. I'm around like chapter 1500. It's been a long way, about 2 years half since then. My initial plans were to basically rely on translating for an income while I make preparations to study for my licensing exam. And honestly, life has been pretty good, and I ended up procrastinating. So even till now, I still have not obtained my license yet, but I'm hoping to change that soon. And after I finish IMD, so this way I think the timing works out. When I finish IMDC, that'll be where I start my career proper as a doctor.
I'm sick and hungry. A few coins, all I ask for is but a few coins.
Why is the too many people around? Come on, go to some isolated alley or something. Oh, please tell me he's not going back to speak again.
I need money, sir.
No, 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 no,
I'm
please
sick
don't
and
go stand there.
sir, have anything.
Okay, does isolated just means no guards? If it is, I can work with that. Oh, is he walking in a different direction from previously? My gosh, this one is a long one.
The family's sick and dying. Could just a few coins.
Turn left, come on, go in.
No, please. Leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
Okay.
Need food.
Oh,
I'm
my.
so hungry. Just a little money.
Yes, go, go down, go down, go down.
Why are they fighting? Why won't you stop this?
Phew, this is much harder.
Mercy, mercy, don't kill me. I'll do anything you want.
You serve Garnier?
He makes me say these things to keep the people from revolting, to give them hope and make them eager for his touch.
Tell me everything you can about the man.
Yes, of course.
I know what happens within, what he really does.
Go on.
Not sick, not wounded when they enter, but once he's got his hands on them, then the pain begins.
He's no healer then. Just a sick, cruel man.
I don't know what it is he does to make them cry so loud, but it must be stopped before more are made to suffer. Will you stop him?
It's why you still live.
He is cautious. You must pick the proper time. Go to him when he attends to the patients. He forgets the world around him, becomes lost in his work. Yes, strike then.
I thank you for the information.
Then you'll let me go?
Would that I could.
Wait, do I kill him? Oh man, I thought he would be helping us. It's kind of a bit of an obvious place to be killing someone though. Oh, okay, see.
Why are they fighting?
Like I said. There we go. Counter attack is really useful. So easily killed. Okay, that works.
Guards, come quickly! I saw it.
You dare steal in my presence. That will cost you your life.
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Die!
Die!
Problem solved.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Endless.
That wasn't wise at all.
I saw what you did. You won't get away with it. There's a murderer loose.
I gotta test this one out. Oh, that's how you assassinate. You gotta switch to the right weapon. Okay, so this being said, I'm gonna come back to here. So yeah, that is I pretty much finished off the story of how I came to be translating. So I believe in a couple of episodes ago, I believe I was ranting about how PMDs, personal mobility devices in Singapore, just got banned, and as a result, I kind of disagree with the way they did things. So, couple of updates on that. It's really funny. So, people tried to find loopholes in the whole system. I pressed the wrong button. People tried to find loopholes in the system. So, the rule was it wasn't a full ban on PMDs per se, cause they were still allowed to ride on park connectors or certain special roads.
Leave before you get hurt.
Oh, okay. Fights are done with the sword.
First in Acre, soon in Jaffa.
No, let go. So, it wasn't a complete ban per se, but although effectively the way it is done, it is as good as a complete ban because they can't go on roads, they can't go on pedestrian walkways, and there are certain cycling paths that are allowed on, but there's not really a lot, as I mentioned. So apparently, what they have done is they started running on grass path, which is really funny because it's technically right. They are not roads, they are not pavements. So yeah, it was really it's really a funny solution. So until in Singapore we have what we call National Environmental Agency, whereby they started handing out fines to anyone who did so because they were ruining the grass which are maintained by them. So yeah, so now the second loophole they have is to ride over drain covers. Really funny, the whole solution all around, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to get to my target. I believe he's here. Okay, is that dude there? There we go.
I beg of you.
It is done. He's dead. Oh, I am extremely grateful. So, here is what I know about Garni de Naplouse, Grand Master of the Hospitalier. Garni let his patients roam the halls of his fortress. No one, save scholars, may enter his personal workspace, and the rooftops are guarded by archers. I'm sure this information will help deliver Garni to the gates of hell.
So it appears that the chief bad guy here is a doctor. It's kind of sad, you know, seeing someone of my profession, you know, feeling like that, not doing what they have vowed, our Hippocratic oath, to do no harm. Only scholars and guards. Why? How convenient that I look like a scholar and can blend in with them. Oh yeah, so in the case I was saying that now they have they're trying to all means to ride without breaking the rules so that they won't get arrested or anything. And a bunch of people are trying to appeal the thing as well. And honestly, I think while a ban isn't really a wrong thing to have, it was the way they did it because it was done without warning. Okay, without warning I meant was without a time for them to deal with things, because yes, the government have issued a statement saying if the behavior of riders still do not improve, they will be forced to ban the thing. However, before announcing they should have given some buffer time for the ban, rather than just a discussion and a straight out ban immediately. Rather than a straight out ban immediately the next day. They should have given like say 1 or 2 months for people to be aware of it, because like some people could have just bought it on the 4th or on the 3rd without knowing about this news, and that I'm not saying without knowing, but but because there was no signs of this, so they could have bought it before there was any announcement on this. 1 day before announced, and then literally they bought their device for 2 days before it becomes utterly useless. So yeah, they should have given a larger buffer period for people to deal with their devices. And yeah. Alright, enough on PMDs. I think that is a topic which I shall not linger on too much. I will rather... nope! Gosh darn it. Sometimes the controls for Assassin's Creed, I wouldn't say the controls are bad, but it takes some getting used to. And even for the later ones, 2 and 3 and 4 I believe, I do make a lot of mistakes like this, like jumping off and all this. I think it's really just, it's not that it's bad controls, but it's just more of the fact that I'm too used to controls from other kind of games, and things like shift is for run rather than space. Space is for jump. So that throws me off a lot. Right, so after this synchronization, let's see if there's any other things to do around. If not, I think that's all the time I have for today, so I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!